Okay, I would like to welcome all of you to this first meeting from the Scotch project, our first meeting about the pilots with our 8 schools. I'm very happy that you're here with me and that we have this really amazing project in front of us to implement. Today the purpose is for the schools to know a few things about the project and about the process that we're going to follow in the pilot. So we're going to have an introduction, first of all, to meet each other, because we are a combination of schools and of companies and of other partners that we don't know each other very well. And then we're going to, I am going to present you a bit about the project, very few basic things. We're going to talk about the pilots, and the most, let's say, interesting part of the evening will be the presentation of the existing platform, the DStars platform, in which the new Scotch platform will be based. And then we're going to discuss a bit about the user requirements. We're going to see, to ask you about your opinion on the platform. And we're going to discuss about the next steps. So the Scotch project. Let's start with the presentation of each one. My name is Gregory Milopoulos. I am a researcher in the Research and Development Department of the Ελληνογερμανική Αγωγή School. It's a school based in Athens, a private school. We have a department that does research and is participating in many European projects. Of course, all of them are related to education in various fields, like this project is physics and astronomy, but also in many other fields like environment, food, new technologies, etc. So I've been involved in many projects since the department is active since 2001. So I've been involved in more than 250 projects so far. And we're very glad that we have a project now with the European Space Agency. I will ask you, I have the list of participants now here with me, so I will take this order of participants as it's shown to me. So the next person that I would like to introduce is my colleague in the department, Angelos Lazoudis. Will also be involved in this project. So Angelos, please, that's the short introduction.
Yes, hello, as Gregory said, my name is Angelos Lazoudis. I am from the Research and Development Department of Ελληνογερμανική Αγωγή. We have been collaborated with Omega and with other partners, and have in the past worked on this idea on digital storytelling and on the platform that we are going to show today. And we have implemented this in many schools in Greece, Portugal, France, Finland, and lately Austria. So with Nikos, who is here also, our colleague, we have supported technically all the schools that participated in this implementation. So I remain at your disposal during this presentation of Gregory and Nikos. Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot, Angela. Please, Antonis, please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Antonis Mechanakis from Cloud Signals, which is the prime partner of the Scottish Consortium. Welcome to everyone. I'm very happy that we meet today. I'm an electrical engineer, and with me there is the Cloud Signals teams, which we are all delightful that the project will start this weeks.
Okay, thank you, Antonis. Next one is Chiara from Italy.
Hello, hello. We are from Italy. We have been working in a school called the Lady International School. We participated last year in a Seismolab, so a project who took place in Greece and held by Eli. I cannot say the name of the school, but
Just say EA, it's easier, EA.
yeah.
Sorry, Chiara, I muted you. Sorry.
I'm Valentina Olivato, and I teach Italian and literature here at the LADA International School. And thank you for this invitation, this nice invitation. I'm happy to be here with you.
Okay. Now probably
Okay. But
can you hear us? Yeah, okay.
Okay, I was saying this. I'm Valentina Olivato. I teach Italian here at the LADA International School, and I'm very happy to be here with you today. So thank you for this nice invitation.
Okay, maybe Demosthenis.
Hi, hello everyone. My name is Demosthenis Poulioukas. I'm a professor at the Department of Information Communication System Engineering, located in Samos Island from University of the Aegean. University of the Aegean is a distributed network, a university comprised from located at 6 islands. We are at Samos, near Turkey, it's an island. So we are expertise in satellite communications. We're going to build all the satellite equipment, space station in Karlovas in Samos, so as to facilitate the project. We have a lot of experience in ESA projects. We are very happy to be collaborative with the other partners of the Scottish Consortium. So welcome, and we'll be in touch. I think here is also the school from Samos. I will speak later on. So welcome all.
Okay, thank you, Demosthenis. Now, Mr. Diakakis, Dimitris.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dimitris Diakakis. I am System and Network Administrator of Cosmote RT Department. Nice to meet you all.
Okay, thank you, Dimitris. Now, Dimitris Sarmatanis.
Hello from me too. I'm Dimitris Sarmatanis. I'm a data scientist at the Rote Academy R&D department. Nice to meet you, everyone. Hello.
Thank you, Dimitris. Again from Rote now, Mr. George Liberopoulos.
Good morning, everyone. My name is George Liberopoulos. I'm the head of the Research and Development Department of the OTE Group. Cosmote, as you probably know, is the mobile arm of the OTE Group. We participate as Cosmote in the project. And Cosmote is the leading mobile operator in Greece, more than 50% market share. Actually, our team is very active in EU-funded projects. Since 2010, we have participated in more than 120 research projects. Most of them are in the area of 5G and 6G. We have participated in more than 30 5G, 6G in projects, and currently we are participating in 38 projects. Besides 5G and 6G, we do have expertise in other domains, such as IoT, intelligent transport system, cooperative connected and automated mobility, critical infrastructures, cloud computing, network performance, mHealth, security and privacy, or even quantum computing. In the context of the SCOTS project, we will set up an end-to-end 5G network featuring satellite backhauling, either via Elasat or via Starlink. That's all from my side. Thank you very much. Welcome on board.
Thank you, Mr. Liveropoulos. And now we move to Mr. George Papas.
Hello from my side also. My name is George Papas. I'm a system engineer here at Cosmote. Nice to meet you, everyone.
Okay, thanks a lot, George. Now we move to Mr. George Rechos from Ergastiri. Mr. Rechos, can you hear us? We cannot hear you. Okay, maybe there is a problem with connection. Let's move to Mr. Michalis Bounias, please.
Hello to everyone. I'm Michalis Bounias. I'm a teacher in vocational high school of Karlovasi in Samos. Nice to meet you, everyone.
Thank you a lot, Mr. Bounias. Next one, Mr. Nikos Papastamatiu.
Hello, everybody. Nice to meet you, even through the Zoom here. I'm from a company, IT company, Omega Technology, and we are the technical partner that developed the platform that we will present you later on, together with Elena Germanica Agogii, of course, and other partners that contributed to the design of this platform.
Okay, thank you, Nikos. Next one, Mr. Rasopoulos Dimitris.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, perfect.
I'm Rasopoulos Dimitris from of education in Evros. I'm working in a school in Evros, but at this time I'm in the direction of education. I love space and astronomy and other things. I'm glad to be with you. I think I can help my school to get in contact and work with this and other projects. Thank you.
Thank you, Dimitris. I'm sure you will help. And next one, Mr. Simos Kinopoulos.
Hello, everyone. I'm Simos Kinopoulos from OTE Academy, and I'm a software engineer. I'm also glad to be a part of the team. Thank you very much.
Γρηγόρη, είσαι muted νομίζω, άμα μιλάς.
Hello, sorry, I was muted. So, Mr. Skoulas.
Yes, hello everyone. I'm from Lasat. Lasat is a satellite operator located in Greece and Cyprus. And for this project, we will provide satellite capacity.
Okay, thanks a lot, Mr. Skoulas. Mr. Bourdoulis. Mr. Bourdoulis is, can you hear us? No. Mr. Retsos, maybe you can now.
Yes, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, perfect.
Hello to everyone.
And we can see you too. Okay. No. Mr. Retsos, we cannot hear you now or see.
Γρηγόρης, should I say a few words about το εργαστήρι? Because I were partners with εργαστήρι many years.
Yes.
Το εργαστήρι is a non-profit organization that their goal is to service people with intellectual disabilities. So they train them, they put them to work, they have labs that they can work. And they have supported living residencies where they live inside for even during the all day. It's their home. So they serve people with intellectual disabilities, light intellectual disabilities. This is the main goal of εργαστήρι.
Okay, thanks a lot, Nikos. I don't know if Mr. Bourdoulis is able to.
He write in chat. He don't have a microphone. We are from the same. We are from the same school.
You are from. Okay.
Yes.
Great. Okay. Thank you, Nikos. We move to the presentation of the project. So SCOTS is the full title of the project is Space-Based Innovation and Digitalization for the School of Tomorrow. It is let's say our vision of a new platform. We had from other European projects in the past. We have come now to the DSTARS platform. It's really a platform that has proven its value so far in Europe, in European students. It has managed to integrate art and STEM into the educational curriculum in many countries, and it is a very flexible tool that allows students to express their creativity in various ways, whether it's through paintings, models, dioramas, 3D objects, animations, or even science theater plays. So these were not standalone projects. They were woven to the student narratives in their books, that they created about colonizing Mars and the moon. The project combines scientific inquiry, artistic expression, it's embracing visual and performing arts, storytelling, cutting-edge technologies like augmented reality and virtual reality. And so it's a project that students liked a lot. they were really creative. We have seen amazing stories being made through this the last 4 years that this platform has been developed through two projects. It has been already validated by 3,300 students across Europe from 12 or 13 countries. So it is, we believe it's a very rich foundation on which we can build the innovative Scotch platform that will have new features and maybe a new interface and new technologies that will be included. I will show you later what we mean exactly with that. And so we are going to make this platform even more beautiful visually, but also more engaging and more impactful for the students. The consortium of the project, of this current project, is purely from Greek partners. It is Cloud Signals. We have two people here with us from Cloud Signals that are coordinating the project. It's a company that's they're experts in telecommunications and satellites. Ελληνογερμανική αγωγή, our school, you can call us EA for it's much easier. As I told you before, is a private school in Athens, in Greece, the University of the Aegean. Omega Technology is a software provider that has created the platform in the Unity game engine. So far, Cosmote as the biggest operator of mobile phones in Greece, and Lasat, that is also the biggest company satellites in Greece. So the consortium is very well vouched with all everything that is required to run the project very well, and with the experience in previous projects and in all the technologies that are involved, and of course the pedagogy that is needed throughout the project. Now let's go to a bit on the timeline to see where we stand and what we have to do in very easy. I will not bother with technical or project stuff. So we are now, the project has just begun last month and will end in 20 months, May 2025. The first year, let's say, of the project till next September will be to gather requirements of the users of the schools, the students and the teachers, and to develop the platform. And then from the next school year, we're going to test the platform in Greece and Italy. So this is a very simple program, timeline of what we have to do. I will give you more details later. So let's see what we mean by user requirements. We have the first step is to involve users to tell us what we're going to design. So today you're going to get the first view of the platform, the existing platform, and then we're going to give you some access to the platform so you can use it and play with it. And meanwhile, we're going to send you also a questionnaire to gather your requirements, your remarks, and we'll tell you what we have to include, the new modules that we're going to include, and ask you your opinion and from your experience how you think this should be done. We think it's very important that as we have done so far and with a great success, that it should be designed according to the needs of the actual users, that are the students mostly and the teachers. So for us, we're not just creating a platform, software, something, we're creating a new educational experience for the students and the teachers. So it's very important that it is designed for them. With this, we're going to create some modules that are the purpose of all this let's say effort will be to enhance learning and to inspire students and empower them to use to become scientists and to create really something that they're going to use, schools and teachers are going to use not only for the period of the project, this 1 year, but also after it. In Greece, I say this for our friends from Italy, there is a new curriculum that would start to be implemented next school year, that includes in the physics of the 6th grade of primary school a mission to Mars. This has been included in order to support inquiry-based learning, storytelling, and the use of new technologies. As you can see, it's very almost identical to what we have already provided with the BStars platform. So it is the timing is also ideal for us. So the books that will be used next year in the Greek curriculum will include this. So the platform and the whole process behind the platform to use the platform, it's really a great match to the Greek curriculum. I don't know if in Italy there is something similar. We will discuss about that. But even if it's not exactly the same, I think that inquiry-based learning, storytelling, and new technologies are in every country now need to be integrated in the curriculum, so it is aligned. The platform includes some basic modules. There's an authoring tool, some authoring tools, let's say, that can integrate external sources and data. For example, we'll show you later in practice that we'll create a 3D book that you can insert text, video, audio, etc. But also there are other authoring tools that you can create a 3D model of you can import a 3D model of a rocket and also 3D models of equipment that we are going to use in the colony in Mars or the Moon. So this one of the most important module is the authoring tool, the various authoring tools. Apart from that, we're going to create some players. Players are the applications that we use to show our stories. This will be probably support many platforms because it is made on Unity engine, so it is compatible with many platforms. In this project, we will also bring the 5G network infrastructure from satellites that we're going to use. So it is another add-on that also provides opportunities for new lesson plans and new subjects to be covered by the whole platform. And of course, all the platform is supported by user analytics, so we can automate the data collection and in order to evaluate the platform. Now, the pilots, as we said, the pilots will take place from next September. It is going to be done in 2 iterations. The first, when the first version of the new Scotch platform is ready, we are going to give it to the students and the teachers, and they're going to use it, and then we're going to collect some feedback from them. Based on this feedback, we're going to improve the platform and provide the final version to be used till the end of the project on May 2025. So this is the plan. Sorry, okay. As we said, we have 8 schools. Of course, also our school, Germaniki Agoghi. So we have from Greece, there are schools from Thessaloniki, Thermi, from Alexandroupolis, from Komotini, from Samos, and from Athens. From Italy, there is the Lida International School from Genoa, that is here with us, and also Istituto Comprensivo Duento from Torino. So these are the schools that are going to use the platform next year. Okay. So these are the next steps, but we will talk about them later after the presentation of the platform. I don't know if I was very fast, or if you have any comments till now, or if not, we can proceed with the presentation of the platform from Nikos. No, maybe anyone wants to say something, please. No? Okay, then Nikos, I give you the floor to stop sharing.
Okay, yes. Now I'm going to make you a presentation of the platform. I will start for a demo story to give you a first good idea of what this is about. And then I'm going to show you how you can create from scratch a new story inside the platform and use the tools that are already there. But and similar will be the tools that will be added with different content, but the UX will be the same almost. I mean, how you use the platform and how you use these tools and integrate these tools in your stories. So let me share my screen. Okay. Okay, just a moment. So, can you see my screen? You should be able to see an astronaut.
Yes.
And okay. So this is the first page. After you log in the platform, in order to use the platform, you have to log in either as a teacher or as a student. There is a system that I'm not going to go in detail now, how the students and teachers are added in the platform. There is a manual for this. So there is a headmaster for each school that adds the students, the teachers, and compose the classes for each specific school. So there's a short manual. It's not so difficult to do. After you create all these users in the platform, then each user, using a username and a password, can log in the platform and see the environment where they will be able to create the stories. It's important to tell you at the beginning that on the top, when you enter the platform, you see the academic year. The platform can be used for different years in the school. So you have each time to select the year that you want to see to create a story and see a story that you have created. So, for example, if you want to see a story that you created the previous year, you have to change the academic year from this list on the top. Okay, so each story has a cover and a description. Okay, what is important to know about the story? That the story is composed of episodes. Here, if you click episodes in a story, this is the button here under the thumbnail and the cover image of the story. You see that each story is composed of a number of episodes. Usually, there are 3 episodes taking place in different, let's say, areas. The first usually is on Earth, where you prepare for the travel. The second is on space, where you're traveling to the destination you have selected. And usually the third is on a planet, either Mars or the Moon. So this is the basic structure, but let's see what happens when you finish your story. You have created all these episodes. There's a player button here where you can see the story that you have created. Okay, I'm starting from the end result when you have done all this work, and then I will present you how these episodes are built and everything is created. So here I click the player. I can also go in full screen mode. And when the player starts, I find myself on Earth. And that's why the background you see all around you is from Earth. This, to tell you something else, that this application, we see it now on the web browser, but is also available with VR headsets, with Oculus VR headsets. So the same thing you see here, you can see it through the VR headset, but the experience is very different because you see all around you and it's more immersive, let's say, the experience when you use the VR headsets. So here we start seeing the pages. Each story has a number of pages and some other interactive things that are combined with these pages. So here you see there's a first page with a title of the story. You can turn the pages. There is some texts explaining, usually the students explain how they set up the team, how they prepare the rockets, what things to take with them, what specialities of professions, what professions to take with them in the destination, the planet that they're going to visit. So here they can add the texts, they can add the images, videos, and sounds, and narration. They can add narration to their stories, whatever they want. Here the story continues. There is some text that they're talking about the rocket that they'll take with them. And they have the tool here has gives the students and the functionality, the option to add the rocket that will launch from inside the story. I will show you later on how you can create this rocket and connect it to the story, but now I will click this button. The button is added by the students and they connect this button with a rocket. So if I click this button, there is a rocket that the students have created. And the rocket is leaving the book from the page that the students have selected this to happen. The rocket that you see is a rocket that the students made by using a Tinkercad. It's a free tool for creating easily 3D objects. So they created their own rocket and they added this rocket to their story. Okay, this can happen only on Earth. When you are on Earth, you can add a rocket to your story. If I continue, here we change from episode Earth to episode space, where we travel. So when I turn this page, you see the background changes. Now I'm on space, traveling to the destination. And here you can have some more texts about this travel and some things that you have to consider happened during the travel. It's a story. It's a story that the students will decide what they will tell, the story that they will tell to the other students, because this is a tool that where the students create stories in order for other students to read the stories and see their work. So we continue to be on space. Here, okay, you add more text, as we said, the students add more texts and images. And when then we are going to the third episode, that is on Mars. So the place that the students will build their colony. So when I turn the page, now I'm on Moon. In this story, the students have selected to go to the Moon. So again, the background changes. Now we are on the Moon surface. And here, the students have the ability, I will show you later on, to build the colony on the Moon or on Mars, depending on the planet that they have selected to go. And if they can add a text or an image and link the readers to the colony. So if I click here, I am transferred to the colony that the students have created in this story. So here you see I am on the Moon, and I can go, I can walk, I can move on the surface, and I can see what the students have built, what object they had selected to take with them on the colony. There are some solar panels here. There are some settlements that are underground. And there's a reason for being underground, because on the Moon it's necessary to be underground to be safer from radiation and things that the experts know about its place. So here you see there are some oxygen stations. There's a mine on the mountain, going inside the mountain. And also this is the readers can, if they have the VR, they can walk in here, even go inside these buildings. They can get inside. There are some interior. They can go inside these 3D objects, let's say. So if I go back, the story continues with more text and that the students decide to add to their story, and at some point the story finishes. The page, the students can add as many pages as they want to their stories, and have the ability, as I told you, to add a rocket where they are on Earth and build their colony where they are when they are on the planet, the selected planet. We will add some more tools here in this project. We will add a space station where they can retrieve real data from satellites and present them to the readers, and some things related to this project, this ESA project. Okay. I will stop sharing to show you another I'm going to share you another screen to see a colony on Mars from other students, another project. You see here, it's a colony that, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. So this is another colony. This is on Mars, and here are there more objects: 3D solar panels, greenhouses, mines, and other things like vehicles, recycling, water stations, and things like some more things that the platform offers So the students can create, add, and also decorate, because you can see there's some capsules, some astronauts. So they can also decorate the colony apart from adding the basic stuff, buildings that they need to create a sustainable colony. Okay, and stop sharing again. Okay, this was an overview of the final result of the projects that are running in schools. Okay, let's see now how you can create such a story. So I'm going to share my screen again. Just a minute. Okay, now I am in the first story. You remember the story that it was the first one that we presented. I'm going now to create a new story from scratch. Okay, so I add the title. Sorry. Okay, I can upload here a cover if I want. I save my story. You see now there's a date created, a story description, and academic year. I created this story. So now there's an empty story. If I click on episodes, there's nothing. There's no episodes at the moment. So I have to start creating my story by adding episodes. So there's a button, create. So I click this button and I put a name in my first episode. Okay, let's say episode 1, preparation. Okay, here I choose a location. So when I create an episode, it's important to choose the location I want this episode to take place. So here I have Earth, Mars, Moon, and space. I select Earth for the first episode, and I click Save. You see now that I have my first episode here on the list, and there are some options underneath, under the name of this episode. There is a button named Assets, where I upload multimedia materials I want to use in my story. So all the pictures that you saw in the story I presented before, the rocket, the 3D rocket, and were uploaded through here in the assets. So again, if I enter this assets area of the episode 1, it's empty. Okay, I have to upload the images I want, the images that the students will create. Maybe they sketch something, they add their own drawings in the platform, in the story, or their own structures. They construct something with using recycling materials, for example. So they create something and they photograph it and upload it in the platform, platform to use it in their story. Apart this upload button, there is an option to select to have some free multimedia materials in the library. So if they select to add materials from the library, there are some images, free images here to use. So there are some backgrounds for the book to have a background to have a better presentation. So they can select from here the images they want to use. in their story and add these images, okay, to their episode. If you remember, we are an episode of type Earth. So I add some images, and I'm going to add now also a free rocket that there is in the library. This is a rocket created with Tinkercad. Okay, you can create your own rocket and upload it on the platform, on the assets, instead of using the one provided already in the library. So now in my assets, I have the images I want to use and the rocket and a 3D object. The 3D object should be of type JLB. I add this to my story as well. So I'm going back now. If you remember, we were here, episode 1. I uploaded in the assets multimedia materials I want to use. And now there is this write your story option, where if you enter this button, if you click this button, you are entering an authoring environment where you can create the story, your story. So here there are pages, the first page of the story, the last page of the story, and internal pages, spreads as we call them, because each spread is consisted of 2 pages. There's option here to add more. If you want to add more pages, you can. So the students can add as many pages as they want. If you remember, I told you this during the first presentation. So you can create as many pages as you want in the book, in the story. And you can start adding texts and images here in this book. There are some tools here, background options, that help to create a better appearance in the story. So you can select here book background, for example, and select this background to use it for your book. So all the pages automatically inherit this background. And so if you're going to add something here, for example, the title of your story, okay, you can move this where you want to place it. And there are some basic tools where you can add colors and do some bold, italic styling, basic things that you can find also in the Word, editor, and some other tools for making more customizing the texts. Okay. There are different options to use and tools. So I start writing my story. I can go to the second page. For example, I want to add a picture. I select a picture from the library. This is the pictures that we uploaded in the assets before. So let's select this one. I can place it wherever I want. If I want the image to fit in the page, I can use these buttons here. This enlarge the picture to fit in the page. I can also stretch it if I want to fit in the page. But okay, this doesn't respect the original aspect ratio. It's okay, it stretches the picture a little, but there is these buttons that you can use to place some assets in your story. There is also this button here, it's important, that locks an item in the page. So when you click this and you lock something, you cannot move it by accident. Sorry, now it's locked. So I cannot move it. If I want to move it, I can click unlock and then I can move it. This is because maybe you want to place it. You don't want accidentally to move something that you have already placed in the where you want. Okay, so here we create, as I told you, our story, and we save. We click save regularly, not to lose our work. Okay, so this is the way that you can write your story. The students write their story. Let's see. Let's go back to our episode. We went. What we saw now a few minutes before was the write your story, the authoring tool. On Earth, while we are on Earth, we have also a tool to prepare our rocket. So if I click here, I can create my setup. I can set up my rocket, and this tool starts with the destination where I want to send my rocket. So if I select the planet, let's say I selected the Mars, I set up the rocket to be sent on Mars. Here, this is the environment for setting up the rocket. On the left here, you see the rocket I uploaded in the assets. So you can, here, you can upload, if you upload in the assets your own rocket, you will see it here, okay, with the name that you have given to this rocket. So if I click the rocket appears in the scene. I have some tools to rotate it, to place it where I want. The gray area underneath is the book pages. So I select where I want the rocket to launch from my book page. Okay, let's put it in the middle of the book. Okay, the first thing is to add my rocket. The second is to select the type this rocket is. So I have 3 different types. This is in order the students to think what kind of rocket they will send to the planet they want to go. The first one is a rocket that can carry a lot of cargo, but it cannot carry people. The second one is a rocket that can carry 2 astronauts and 4 tons of cargo. And the third rocket is a rocket that can take 5 astronauts, up to 5 astronauts, but less cargo, 2 tons of cargo. So the students select the type of rocket they want, and then they click this button here, where they select which objects, which buildings, which things that they will, and vehicles and things, other things that are available, they will take with them. And of course, there is a limit because each item has a weight. And so they have to select carefully what they want, what things they will take them with them in order to build a colony, and not only a colony, a sustainable colony, a colony that will be able to, the astronauts survive in this colony. If they click on each one of these items, they see some information about power consumption, people capacity, if it is a barracks, and the weight. Okay, so different solar panel, for example, it has also power production and power consumption and the weight. So they add these items to the rocket. You see that this green line on the bottom indicates how much space is left on the rocket, so they can take things with them. Okay. And if they take a lot of things, this green light becomes red. What happens when this becomes red? If I'm going to, I cannot, the rocket doesn't launch, doesn't leave the book. So they have to be careful and to select those items that they fit, that the rocket can carry. Okay. So we have added the items that we want. And the next and final step is to select in which place on the planet of Mars, because we have selected planet Mars for this mission, we want to go, where we want to go. There are 3 different areas on Mars, and each area has different characteristics. So they have to think carefully to read what it says here for each area and select where they want to go. Let's select the first one, Ulysses Tholus. Okay, so we have selected also the destination, and you see here that in the inspector there is a to-do list. This became green because we did all the necessary actions in order our rocket to be able to launch. And there's a button play here on the bottom that you can test the rocket that you have created. Okay, you remember it's the same animation that the rocket is leaving the book in the story afterwards. Of course, we have to save what we have done. And if we go back to episode 1 and we go to our story authoring tool, if you remember where we wrote our story, we can now go to a page of this book and add a link where when we click this link, it can be an image also, the rocket will land. So I select this item, either it's a text or an image, and I click this button here, link to rocket. Okay, and I save my work. Okay, so in the episode 1 on Earth, I uploaded the assets I wanted to use. I wrote my story. I prepared my rocket, and I connected the rocket to my story. Let's go back in the first page of our story and click the player button. The player button, the button that merges all episodes and presents the story to the readers. Okay, this is the story. You remember, this is what we wrote in the book. This is the image that we added. And this is the button, the text that we added and make it a button in order when we click this, the rocket will launch from this area of the book. Okay. Now let's go to to create the rest of the episodes. Okay, the same way we click the create button here, and okay, we are something. We choose location space. And okay, this is the ordering the episodes in order to have them in the correct order that we want to see them. We add the number here, display order. If I click save, now there is a second episode, location space, and there are some buttons underneath this episode as well. We see that they are less than the Earth because we don't have the prepare your rocket tool here. We don't have the rocket is already prepared on Earth. Here in the Scots project, the project that is running now, we will add a new tool where the students will be able to set up their own space station. And this space station will integrate data from satellites. They will give them access to satellites data, and they will be able to create their own space station and do their own observations and add the images live from the satellites. I'm not going here in detail because it's exactly the same procedure. You upload assets and you write your story. I'm going now to add the third episode. I select Mars, okay, the planet I want to go. This is the third episode. Okay, here again, this episode appears on the list, and there are some buttons. Some of them are the same. The assets, write your story, but we have a new one here. It's named Build Your Colony. Let's go directly to this authoring tool. So when I enter this authoring tool, I have to select first the area I want to build my colony. The area should be the same with the one we have selected when we were preparing our rocket. So we have to search the planet, the surface of the planet, and find the place that we have selected to send our rocket. If we, by mistake, if we do a mistake here, it's not a problem. We can go back to the episode of Type Earth and go to the rocket and change the destination. Okay, I click land here. And I am in an environment on the Mars planet where I can build my colony. I have these tools on the top. I can select things to build. I'm declaring what is this. It's a solar panel. I can put it, I can change the orientation of these things. I see the information about the power production, power consumption, if you remember all these things, that all the information about these objects. I can add more. This is a habitat. I can add an oxygen station. I can add a greenhouse. I can add a mine.
Nico, sorry, just also show the checkboxes about the
yes,
sustainability of the colony.
You see, also I can put this inside the mountain because this is a mine. Okay, yes, and if I click this button on the top here, I can check if my colony is sustainable. There are a rule-based system behind, an algorithm, let's say, that checks if the colony is sustainable. So here you see that there is not enough energy for the colony to run because I added only one solar panel and the power production is less than the power consumption of the other things that I have added in the colony. Is there enough oxygen? Yes, there's enough oxygen because the oxygen station produces enough oxygen for the inhabitants. Enough food? Yes, because I added the greenhouse. Enough water because I added the water station. Living space? Yes, because I added the barracks. So if I go back and add some more solar panels, hopefully let's see. Yes, you see now that it's okay now. The colony is sustainable because I have now enough energy for the colony to run. Okay, I save again my work. Okay, and I can go back to my Mars episode. And again, when I'm writing my story, I can add the text here. There's also some tools to center the text and things like that. And again, with the same button, like the rocket, link to rocket, I can link it now to the colony. Okay. If you see now, if I'm going to insert an image in this story, there's nothing here because I didn't upload anything in the assets. Okay. So if you don't upload anything in the assets, there's nothing that you can use here to decorate your book, to add images and things like that. So first of all, I have to add things in the assets in order to have them available inside the story to use them in my story. So I save again here. And now I have finished all the things that I had to do. And if I go to the stories list and click player now we will see all the episodes merged. We will start from the first one on Earth. Okay, you remember the first episode. I'm not going to click now the rocket again. I continue. The first episode finish. This is the empty space. This is empty because we didn't write anything to the space story. And then when this also ends, we are going to on Mars. The background again changes. And if we click here, we enter the colony that we built. Remember, this was the colony. Okay, so, and if you wear the VR headsets, you can move inside this and see it from like you are there in realistic sizes also. Here we see them from the top. It's smaller than, we see them smaller than they are. When we enter this with the VR headsets, it's like it's a real size relevant to us. And we can go back to
Nico, also I think students can also create their own equipment and buildings, right?
Yes, they don't do it this a lot in the past. Usually they work in the rocket because it is more, it's easier in the, yes, they can, but we haven't, we don't have examples of this. They don't build their own because there are a lot of things available and the only thing that they did is to create their own rocket. With the name of the school, with the name of the class, things like that. So, yes, that was more or less the procedure to create your story. To tell you some more things here for teachers, there is a messages area when the students can exchange the messages between them and the teacher to say that we finished the episode 1, we are working now on episode 2, to give some information of the status of the story. And there is also an assessment tool where when the students finish, the teachers can assess the story in 3, 6, 8 basic categories. They can grade them from 0 to 20 or 0 to 10, and there is some information about each criteria. So they can read here what this category refers to and create the story. This is optional, it's not something that it's necessary, but there is also these tools here to help the evaluation of the stories that the students created. Yes, that's all from me. There are video tutorials how you do all these things, okay, that present step by step all these steps. And there are also manuals for the headmasters how they can add the students and the teachers in the platform. Everything's all the necessary manuals are available to work in the platform. You don't have any problem if you follow these instructions. Yes, I don't know if you have any questions I can answer or any other thoughts.
Hello, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Yeah, the plot of the story you showed us was quite simple. Do you have examples, or maybe just examples, maybe in Greek, so not necessarily in English, where students just put more context so that they can be assessed also in their mother tongue expression?
Yes, they write the text on their own. So there are I can give you some idea. Can you see my screen?
We cannot understand, but just to see the quality.
Yes. You see here a story created by the students. You see, they add images. Here's a link to the colony. This is a link to the colony. Okay, that's why you see the hand over it.
Okay.
The colony I showed you before, the one on the Mars. Here, for example, they add images, texts, more images, more text. Okay, this is an example. Okay, we don't expect them to do great, visually things, but the content is the important to tell what they did in order to fulfill this mission. There are some tools for adding animation. Also, you see that this picture moves.
Also, if I may, Chiara, this the book is a result of not of 1 or 2 class hours, right? It's a result of a 12-week or even more process that at first the students start to collect information about Mars, about space travel, etc. They see videos, they see other material, and then they start to write their story on paper and to design their rocket or their pictures or add music or anything they want. And then they use the platform to import them to their ebook. So it's not something that can be done in 1 or 2 school hours. It's a process. That's why we will also have much time next year to will give you much time to create this book. So let's say the content and the length of the book is up to the students and the teachers to decide how much it will be. do you have any other? I'm sure you have many other questions and for the platform, because Nikos has showed it very well, and but it is in such a short time to understand everything. As I told you in the beginning, we're going to give you access to the platform, to all the schools, to the teachers. So we're also going to provide you with a guide, a manual how to use the platform, some videos, so you can understand exactly how it works now, and what you think can be improved. So we can include it in the next in the upgrade of the platform to the SCOTS project. So I can we can the next steps. This will be the next steps. So if I can let me share my screen once again. So the next step is that we're going to provide you access to the platform. We'll give you some time to test it, to use it, and we're going then to send you some questionnaire, 1 or 2 questionnaires to gather your requirements on the user interface, on the new levels that we're going to design. So as you saw before, it was Mars and the Moon that were available as environments, let's say, to create stories. Now we are going to have also a new environment, International Space Station, and so we would like to know what you are thinking about this. Also, we're going to, maybe you have some suggestion on the assets library that Nico showed you before, that we have some pictures, photos, or 3D assets, or maybe sounds, or everything that is already included, but this can be enriched by the work of the students also. Also, we are going to need to know in your schools the technical infrastructure as it is now. For example, how do you connect to the internet, or what kind of equipment, PCs you have, or if you have any Oculus or Meta Quest or other VR glasses. So we're going to need all these things in order to know how we're going to design the pilots, and maybe also to help you get this equipment through the project. So these are the 2 next steps that are coming right now. After that, we're going to use all the requirements that we're going to elicit from this process, and to in order to develop the platform, give it back to you, use it again with the students from September, the first version, and then get feedback again, and then improve it and create the final version. So this is more or less the whole process, and the platform and the project. I believe that it is going to be very interesting to you and to your students. And as we said before, it's very the timing is very good. So it is very tight linked to the curriculum, at least in Greece, and hopefully in Italy also. We're looking forward to cooperating with all of you. We need to be in touch, so we're going to send you many emails, and we are going to expect some feedback from you. I've seen that from the start, we have at least 2 more schools that have joined and have not been able to introduce themselves. I see Ms. Mola and Mr. Goutsias that were not in the beginning. So maybe I would be happy to hear from you and maybe introduce yourselves a bit to the others.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Mr. Goutsias. I work in the school and in the special ability school in Iliopoli, and I am here as a second member. My supervisor would be Mrs. Petru, but I guess he has another project to attend, so I'm here, I'm watching. I have a lot of questions. I hope Mrs. Petru can guide me better, but okay, today, for me, it was pretty enlightening what I watched here. I understand, I have some ideas. Maybe we don't have, I don't think we have Oculus. I think we have some other machines, but devices, but Mrs. Petru can tell what is these functionalities can provide to your program.
Okay, great. Yes, look, we're here for you. Maybe we can have also separate meetings to inform you better about
okay, super. That
process.
will be very, yeah, super.
Yes,
super,
and
super.
also because your contribution as a special school students that you have is very important for
it's
us.
not something to be worried at all. Our children are already been very good in a good level because they are already participated in the robotics exercises and some other stuff, and we have a lot of devices that already are functional and they can use it for their profit inside the class. Even inside the class, I have a class of 2 students that they use different devices for speaking and for communicating with the teachers. So they are very well adjusted to this technology. They don't have any problems of accepting and understanding the things that they have to do.
Great, yes, of course, but we still, if we did, well, as I said in the beginning, and we want to design something that is for every child, and
super.
Yes. Now we see you also. Nice to see you.
Yeah, super. Because I don't want to. I don't know. It's okay. Okay.
Okay. So I don't know if Ms. Mola would like also to introduce herself. Probably Miss Marina. Okay. So I think I hope it was a good introduction to the project and to the platform. I will send you, as I promised, the recording because you may need to see again Nico's presentation, mostly that present the platform, and we're going also to give you the guidelines, the manual of the platform, and the questionnaires that will help us redesign the platform according to your needs. And this, as I told you before, this is a new educational experience we are designing now, not just another software or another European project or something like that. We really want to create something that will stay will be usable for students in next years. Will be also engaging for the teachers to because it's also very important, and for the management of the schools. I'd like to thank everyone for being here, for of course the partners of the Scots projects, the Scots project and the schools. And we will be in touch, of course, and we'll always here for any problem or any inquiry you may have. I don't know if someone wants to add something from the consortium or from the schools. Please take the floor. No, it seems maybe it's late. Thank you all for being here, and we will definitely stay in touch. And I'm very happy to see new friends and collaborators. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you very much. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Nice to meet you.